One of the things that separates a good picture from a bad one is framing and composition. So what is framing and composition? Framing and composition is the art of arranging elements within a frame to create something that is visually appealing and that is meaningful. And this is important because your image needs to do several things. It needs to capture attention, it needs to tell a story, it needs to create impact. And while it's doing all those things, it needs to look good and it needs to look professional. So where do we start when we are talking about framing? The most common and popular rule for framing is called the rule of thirds. And basically what it is dividing your frame into 9 equal parts with 2 vertical and 2 horizontal lines. And on some cameras you can actually turn this feature on and off and you can see it on the screen. Now once you've done that, the rule of thirds say you need to position your subject along these lines or at their intersections to create a balanced and visually appealing shot. So use the grid feature on your camera or phone for guidance. The second one is center framing. Center framing places the subject directly in the middle of the frame. And so this technique is great for creating symmetry and for drawing attention to that center and conveying power or focus. The third way to frame your subject is using what are called leading lines. And leading lines could be anything that guides the viewer's eyes towards the subject or through the scene. So this could be natural, like rivers or tree branches, or man-made, like roads or fences. So you can experiment with different perspectives to make leading lines more dynamic. The fourth one is foreground interest. Adding elements in the foreground creates depth and dimension. So it draws the viewers into the image and enhances the story you are telling. For example, a photo of a cityscape shot through a window. So you can use objects like plants, railings, or even your hand for creative framing and a creative foreground. And then finally, you need to pay attention to the background. A balanced background complements the subject without distracting from it. So consider things like color contrast, patterns, or even negative space to enhance your composition. In the case of negative space, you are placing your subject on one side of the frame and then there's nothing on the other side of the frame, and this can create a really interesting framing and composition. So pay attention to background details. They can make or break the shot. So mastering composition takes practice, but these 5 techniques, the rule of thirds, center framing, leading lines, foreground interest, and background balance will set you on the path for creating stunning visuals. If you found this video useful, then let me know in the comment section and give me some encouragement to make more of these. Hit the notification bell, like the video, share it so that you can get more of the same content. Happy shooting.